What's that mean?
Big floppy pants. I don't
Big
know.
floppy pants?
Yeah.
It's understandable.
I got something great.
Where's my girl? She's still at...
Correct.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Hand of time.
Did he tell you I cheated on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard, yeah.
I love it.
Because he told me he cheated on you and then you went and cheated on him right back.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
How long were you guys dating when he cheated on you? Yeah?
Well, he moved out there in April.
Did you know the girl that he cheated on you with?
No, I didn't know her. I knew the second girl. I never met the first girl.
Really?
Yeah.
So there were multiple. You found out.
How bad does that suck that you don't even know
He
who...
moved to Georgia. He met this chick, because I was
He told you, he admitted it to you? Or you just knew?
He's stupid, and I'm the smartest bitch ever. No, he just was not a very good liar. Like, this girl was texting him while, he went out there, and then came back in town to get some stuff done, because, like, all this stuff had to get done. He had to go to court for an accident, and so he came in town, and she was texting him. And I was like, and no, because my picture wasn't on his screensaver. Yeah. And I knew, I was like, no, there's got to be something, you know what I'm saying? So, I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, okay. So, he honked the horn at me. He had his phone charging, and I'm like, here, let's take my phone. And so, he's like, no, just give me my phone. I was like, nope. So I'm like, in the house, and he's like honking the horn, and like, really his texts really quick, and I was like, oh! And so I threw this phone at him, and I was like, oh, and I like mouthed off whatever, like, the texts were. He's like, fuck that shit, I'm like, whatever! And so, like, I go back in the house, and, like, he's calling me, he's like, it's not even like that, and I'm just like, whatever. So, then, what happened next? What psychotic thing did I do next? And then he came back, he's like, just like getting all pissed off. And I'm like, fine, do what you want. Bring whoever you want. Do what you gotta do. Because you know where I am. And, I mean, because at that time, like, all my ex-boyfriends, all my guy friends were, like, blowing up my phone. And he can't take that. Because once they found out Jacob moved, they were all, like,
please go to the
jumping on it.
Oh, come on.
So, now you want to hear the story?
I want to hear the story. Yeah, I'm going to hear this again. So you
I'll wait for you.
You better be prepared to...
I'll wait for you. But...
We'll just remember where you left off. All your guy friends were jumping.
All the guy friends were jumping on. So, like, that was really bothering him. And my ex-boyfriend, that, like, was a huge threat to him.
Yeah.
It was the first guy after Jacob, like, the first time. Because we broke up for a whole year.
Yeah.
This was my very first time we broke up. He dated this one girl the entire time. I dated 2 guys in that time frame. And the very first one was, like, obsessed with me. Like,
yeah.
Like, wanted to get married. Like, I mean, like, he wanted me to come live with him after 3 months. Bought me a promise ring. Like, all this stuff. I gave him insomnia because we broke up. I mean, it was like...
Wow, It was
bad. It was bad. Like, I was the one, like, that's who he reminds me of. Because all he wanted to do was be with me all the time. He would, like, always try to be together. Like, that's what Matt was saying that about that, you know, like, girl he tried to keep at home or whatever, wait for him. That's... yeah. And he's like... Oh, like, I've dated a guy just like that.
Yeah.
But he got like that through time. Like, yeah. Anyways, like, never wanted me to, I mean, he'd sit there at my house and wait for me to get off work. I'd go to work and then come home and he'd still be there. And I worked from like 9 to midnight. Like, he'd sit there at the table talking to my mom. I was like, He told my mom he did not feel comfortable sleeping anywhere but my house. What? Who are you trying to parent that? And I never slept with him, and that really pissed him off.
Yeah.
Because at that time I was like, I'm not sleeping there until I got married. You know, like, I was like, because we were young.
Yeah.
And so, anyways. So, that kid, like, pampered the shit out of me. Like, obsessed. And so that really threatened Jacob because he was the first one after him, and he was all about me. And I actually flew out there to see my friends, and he saw the ring that he gave me in place of his ring. Jesus Christ, me like hell was gonna, like, tap in there. I mean, he was not happy. And so, anyways, Well, I'm done with that. So he started talking to me, and like that just made me was not okay. And so what I did, well, we had a thing about both. So first and foremost, the mistake was that Bill was still coming to the house. The house he was staying at.
And he takes
that I'm not stupid. I sat there and looked at all the numbers I didn't know, and the one number that was the most repetitive, I called. Actually, I'm a liar. I texted
when I remember looking back at him, he's like this.
Because he lied to me and said this chick was a chick that he knew from soccer because him and his dad referee soccer.
I know.
And that she was
cut
married.
that out, right? They cut the fucking. So it'll be.
So I think I got on.
It's crazy.
I got on MySpace or something, and I was like, I bet you anything she might be on here. And if she is, I can make her profile. I mean, I can.
You knew her name and shit?
I knew her name, yes, because it popped up. Her name popped up on the message. You know, who the message from.
Yeah.
And so I saw it, and I was like, so I went to her profile. Because I got it on the name, private.
You know for a fact. I know for a fact.
It didn't take me long. Like, I mean, it's probably 5 minutes. And so when I read where she works, I was like, no, got it. So I texted her, I was like,
I've seen it happen multiple times in my life.
I can't remember what I said. Like, hey, this is Sharon, a friend of Jacob. Can I talk to you? And like she texted me back really quick, and she's like, "Who?" And so I was like, "Nope." While she's not knowing what's going on, I called her right off the bat because I wanted to make sure she was by her phone. Because if you let them sit there and start thinking about it, they won't because they don't know who it is. And I knew she didn't know who I was. And so I called her, and I'm like, grilling this girl, and I'm like, well, I was like, I mean, I wasn't being a bitch at all because I'm sitting here thinking, honey, you can have him. Like, I'm not putting up with this shit.
I'm just like thinking, what do you think that they're thinking?
Telling her all this shit, and I was like, because he was lying and saying that he cannot feel for all that. I mean, she knew he came to Kansas, but she didn't know he was staying, like, at the house with me the whole 9 yards. And so, I guess he told her that he was staying at his friend Brian's house.
I know, they're like,
And like, every excuse that he gave her for something, I was like, honey, that's not what that was. That was this person, or that was different. And she was like, I mean, I was like, I can tell you everything he was. She was like, yeah, he said he had a couple of times. I said, really, honey? He got there, we're still together. Like, no. And so, like, she's like, yeah,
to people.
Because I called, this was like the day after. And she's like, yeah, I picked him up from the airport, blah, blah, and I'm like,
it has to freak them out.
I was like, I dropped him off at the airport, said goodbye to him, and you picked him up. I was like, oh, he's dead. And so I was like, oh, I'm fuming. I'm like on fucking fire and everybody's butt. And I was like, and so at that point I was like, you call him.
You've seen people pray though, because there's been things on the show several times, right?
I'm so upset. And so I called him, and he wasn't picking up because he was sleeping.
With clouds.
He's calling me right now. And I was like, oh, honey, call me back. Like, at that time, I mean, I was not trying to think that, like, we were, like, homesick, because I was fine with her. Like, I'm not the kind of person who's going to get mad at the girl.
The way it looked.
Because he knows better. She didn't know any better. Like, how the fuck did she know?
I was thinking, I was twisting. I was like,
and so anyways, like, I
just remember, it was like,
and so,
those kind of things.
Anyways, because, like, she knew who I was. Like, she saw pictures of me.
And when I saw it, I had to look. I was like,
humongous.
I didn't look at you.
And so,
I was just so caught.
Anyway, so, then he went up calling me, and I was like, well, I was just sit there. Because the way I was caught up, he's just like, oh, really? I can't remember what I can say. I said, yeah, that's what I say. I was like, I'm taking fucking away from you. Come, get all your shit. Like, I was just like,
it's 8 pieces going a lot.
Because
Come on.
he was supposed to move back. Like, he was in work for a couple months. His wife on track, get his shit together. Like, because we were having issues because he's irresponsible and stupid. And so I just was like, go out there, get your shit together, and he was going to come back and stay in the house.
What was his name exactly? Just
his dad worked for a really, really big company, and they were really, really bad. And he'd make more money than what he was making at the time when he was out in Kansas City, because his dad was in the whole 9 yards. And so he just thought that would be good, to bring more money.